Well, it's day two of CSI, so good morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time it is for you. Um, we're at that lady's apartment. We're gonna find out some questions. I found the glass thing last before I stopped playing. We have more pieces of the ashtray. However, when we came here with the warrant, because we had probable cause, right? Because her DNA was at the scene. The manager was there. It's kind of shady. Now, at first, I thought the manager was the guy that did it, right? Like, he's like, I didn't clean it. Blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. Now that he's with this cat lady, who knows? Anyway, let's move on over. Can't believe I just used the mouse trying to talk to the person. Yeah, look at that. I wasn't expecting to see Charlie here.
It's like you said, we're friends. That a problem?
And we got DNA at the crime scene. Um, because you lied, and he's the manager there, which means he probably lied.
Why would I visit him at work? I don't know about you, but my boss gets pissed if I socialize when I'm on the job.
Uh, well, here's the thing. Uh, Amir? No, whatever. The guy that we have for hitchhiking said you were there, and we don't get to pick that. We just get to be like, oh, you know,
No, Lynn wasn't staying here. Who told you that? I have no idea where she was
oh,
staying.
interesting.
Well, let me guess. This is my apartment, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's mine. How's that?
I cut myself shaving or something.
Look, I'm not the only one who comes to my apartment, all right? Anybody could have dragged a piece of glass in. I didn't put it there.
It's very combative. Close. I mean, just that right there. What kind of person are you that's just like, oh yeah, people come in and out of here all the time? What? That's irresponsible.
You know, I've done nothing but cooperate with you. And now, I think it's about time you take whatever it is you're gonna take, and please just leave.
I don't like her attitude. Maybe she did it. Maybe that's why she's copping an attitude. Interesting. I didn't pick this one. I wanted to pick the other one, but I mean, not I didn't want to. I thought this would be the matching part, right? Like, it's not a problem. Looks like they match. That's not good for this cat lady. Why would why would her blood be in your apartment? Huh?
The blood we found in Kathy Bird's apartment matches Lynn Bowder. You know, honestly, Lynn's blood at Kathy's place wouldn't be that suspicious if it weren't for the fact that Kathy seems to have a real problem telling us the whole truth.
Yeah, because she did it. It's got to be what it is. I was wrong. It wasn't the goober. Oh, look at that! I think. Do we have the whole thing? Oh, we're missing a piece. I bet it's in the manager's thing. We better go talk to Brass. Tell him. I think that DNA might be enough, or that blood might be enough to really get us going.
What do you need? I'm gonna need to see some evidence before I go to a judge.
You know, we get these warrants, like the turnaround on these warrants is just amazing.
Looks like Kathy Bird isn't telling us everything.
Of course not.
I'll have the judge issue the warrant.
Oh, she is mad. Look at that.
All right, Miss Bird. We know you were at Aurelia's last night. Why don't you tell us what happened?
I already told you. I worked late at Pleasure City, and then I went straight home.
But somehow your DNA took a detour to the Cupid suite? Strange. Perhaps you'd care to try again. Once more. With feeling?
Geez, all right, I was there. I just didn't want the hassle from you guys, but... whatever. Look, I'm not supposed to dance for customers outside the club. It's a strict policy. My boss will fire me when he finds out. But this Dominguez guy had a lot of cash, because he sold his car or truck or something, and he's leaving his wife, yada yada yada.
You don't need to spare us the details.
Lynn and I agreed to give the guy a 2-girl show at the hotel, but the guy ran out of money. So I was like, Lynn, let's bounce. But she started to have a thing for the guy. I don't know. I just wanted to get the hell out
This
of there.
doesn't
So I
match
went
up
home.
with what he said.
That's the God's honest truth. Why do you need that? Shouldn't you be looking for the killer? This is a total waste of time.
Well, we got our fingerprints, but let's finish up these questions, right?
Lynn was still with that guy when I took off. I left before he slashed her.
Really? Because, you know, how'd this blood get here? You know, you had blood in your shower.
How do
Bathtub.
you explain Lynn's blood in your shower?
You guys are reaching here. I'm not even a lawyer and I could say, well, she cut herself. Or it was that time of the month. Or you guys planted evidence. Pick any one of those, why don't you? Like I said, I left before he slashed her.
Yeah, we found this at your house, or your apartment.
How do you explain the glass shard in your room?
Look, I'm not the only one who comes to my apartment, all right? Anybody could have dragged a piece of glass in. I didn't put it there.
All right, cut the attitude. You've done nothing but lie to us from word one. So I think the district attorney is going to want to throw in a couple of obstruction charges on top of first-degree
right.
murder.
Brass
You're
lay
at the
down the
hotel,
law.
and you cleaned Lynn's blood off you when you got home. You thought if you just washed it down the drain, no one would know the difference. You probably didn't realize you still had a piece of the murder weapon on your clothes. Well, welcome to the wonderful world of forensic science, lady. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your life in prison.
Wait! I was there when Lynn was killed, but I swear to God it wasn't me. It was Charlie. Charlie killed her. And he said he'd kill me too if I told anyone.
What happened?
Okay, so we're partying. But then this Dominguez guy, like I told you, he totally runs out of cash. And I'm like, party's over, dude. And, you know, I say, Lynn, let's get out of here. But dude's not taking last call for an answer, and he starts getting rough, you know? And we get into it. Then Charlie comes running in, and he hits the guy in the head with a damn ashtray. Totally knocks him out. Now, I know Charlie because I've been to the suites a few times before, but maybe he was high or something, because he started yelling at me and Lynn. He wanted all our cash and drugs and booze, and I mean, he even tried to take our purses.
Let
He
me
sucks
guess.
as a manager.
Lynn didn't want to give up her purse.
That's right. I gave up mine, but Lynn wouldn't. Charlie went crazy. He picked up a chunk from that broken ashtray and he... Oh my God! I loved Lynn. She was my friend. She didn't deserve that.
So when you called the police... Oh, wait, that's right. You didn't call the police.
Charlie said he'd kill me if I went to the cops. He said I'd get it worse than Lynn, and then he told me he'd cover for both of us. He'd just
know
make
who
it
to
look like the
believe.
Dominguez guy did it. Here, My cell phone. He left me a voicemail. Listen to it yourself if you don't believe me.
Oh, she already answered this. Let's
Me?
see.
I'm not the one you should be talking to. I never even touched that ashtray.
Oh. Oh. I don't have the full thing, so I don't think I can grab a partial yet, so let's go check out that voicemail. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Oh, it's audio. I don't. Reset, maybe? I messed up. Okay. Audio 1.
Yeah, my name is Charles Steer, and I'm calling to report a murder. I'm the night manager at Aurelia's Fantasy Suites over on West Alexander Street. Please hurry.
Sir, is the victim a hotel guest?
I don't know exactly. She's in there in the Cupid Suite. Hey, Kat, I'm calling because you and I both know what happened last night was no accident, right? So I just want you to know, you better keep your promise, all right? That way, I keep mine, and we're cool, okay? Okay. That's it.
Oh, look at
What do you
that.
think? It sounds like a threat, but I just have a hard time imagining Charlie really intimidating Kathy.
We
I would
compared
think,
them.
if anything, it would be the other way around, but I suppose anything's possible. Let's see what Brass thinks.
Oh, I know what Brass is gonna be like. I'm already in the lab. Why did it let me go to the lab? I'm already here. Whatever. Yo, Brass.
Hey.
We
You
need
have
to
enough
bring him in.
evidence?
Yeah, sure. The phone. A thumbprint's nothing. He works there, right?
Well, appearances might be deceiving, but that sounds like Charlie Steer has something to confess. I'll see what I can do.
Look at
Mr.
him. He's
Steer,
indignant. It
we
looks
heard
like.
the message you left on Kathy Bird's cell phone.
You gotta be kidding. She played it for you, didn't she? Damn it.
Well, if it's any consolation, our threat seemed a little more convincing than yours.
What did she tell you?
Something about how badly you needed a purse, and how you stabbed Lynn Bowder in the throat to get one.
What?
You don't look like much, Charlie, so I get it. After you left the voicemail, you wanted to make absolutely sure Kathy understood you weren't playing games. So you paid her a little visit. You know, it's just bad luck that we were there at the apartment when you did.
No! Look, you got it all wrong, man. I didn't kill that girl. Kat killed her.
Oh, we got a he said, she said thing going on, huh?
It's your classic he said, she said.
Yeah, but Kat called me to the
Nice.
room, man. That's how it went down. And that blonde chick, I mean, she was already lying there on the bed. She was dead when I walked in there, man. You gotta believe me.
I don't believe you.
Manipulating evidence isn't usually what you want to do if you're innocent.
What are you talking about? I didn't clean up the crime scene.
I don't know. What do I have for this? Yeah, no, that's nothing.
I just wanted to talk to her. Jeez. But
I wanted
she
to
blows
beat
me
her.
off, then you guys show up. I step right in the mud.
Yeah, we know. I need your
My
shoes.
what?
You know, your limos, your kicks. Isn't that what the kids are calling them these days? Hand them over, Charlie.
Kicks? Why, what's that white stuff on your shoe there, bud?
Oh, you gotta be... Okay, fine.
Okay. You know what? I want to finish the ashtray so that I can, finally, do what I need to do. So I need to go here, right? But I don't have it yet, which means I probably should investigate the shoe, right? Boy, what's this stuff? Little poker thingy.
Charlie was pretty twitchy. I wonder if he dropped some of his stash.
We'll find out in a little bit.
I think you just found the missing piece to this puzzle. Nice work.
Yep. And it's not facing the right direction. There we go.
We should be able to get that print now.
I hope.
There you go. Good as new.
Okay, did I get the print or not? I did not. Well. How do I get... How do I... It's pretty cool that's scratched up. Okay, whatever. Microscope. Evidence. No, okay, that's not the thing. No, not you. Oh, well, they didn't say that it was... Oh, well.
You gotta love it when you pull a fingerprint off the murder weapon. Now, let's hope we get a match.
No, not that. Let's check out this chemical here. Oh, it's the cleaner. It's not nose candy.
We found traces of identical carpet cleaner on both the floor of the crime scene and on Charlie Steer's shoe. I thought he said cleaning was the maid's job.
This fingerprint and... Oh gosh. Kathy's fingerprint was
Print
on
proves
there.
Kathy Bird handled the murder weapon. We got her.
That's not good for her. It doesn't clear Charlie though, right? Because see, he's kind of shifty too, right? Did I get all the DNA stuff? I know I got his DNA, right? But do I need... No, I just have his DNA, right? So we're good. Well, thank goodness this isn't taking just 10 minutes or so. Oh, I have mail. Let's see what my mail is. Wrong one. I guess Catherine's in charge now. I'm not talking to her yet. I'm talking to this guy.
What are you talking about? I didn't clean up the crime scene.
Yeah, well,
I'd say you cleaned up to make yourself look less guilty.
No way. That's not how it happened. I did help clean up, but Kat killed that blonde.
So instead of calling the cops, you helped her cover up a murder?
And then you called
Why
the
should we
cops.
believe that?
Cause I love her, man, okay? It's crazy, I know. Kat comes to the hotel all the time with all kinds of dudes, and we have this kind of, well, arrangement. I give her the room off the books, and she kicks me back some cash from her dates.
Oh.
Sometimes she even gives me, well, you know, like I said, we have an arrangement, man.
Oh.
So that's why
Oh,
Dominguez
gosh.
didn't have to register?
Yeah, I'll admit it. I confess. I stole from the hotel. Great, but I swear on my grandmother's grave, I did not kill that chick. I'll take a lie detector. I'll do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Lie detectors aren't the most accurate, but you stole from the hotel. You're skimming off the books. This is not good for you, man. Also, getting paid under the table. That is claimed income, right? Sure the IRS would love to talk to you.
If you love Kathy enough to cover up a murder for her, why threaten her?
It's pathetic, right? I'm in love with her, and she just laughs at me, man. But what can I do? Last night, she calls me, right? And she says she needs me. I go in the room, and oh my God, all that blood. And Kat's standing there, right? And she's just a mess. Completely helpless. And I get to be her Superman. I mean, who wouldn't want that job, right? I could save her. I say I'll clean up. I'll clean it all up.
You didn't.
Pretend I never saw her, and I'll make it kind of look like the Mexican did it, you know? So she says,
Racist.
what would I do without you? You see, the deal was, we covered for each other, okay? But I always knew. I knew she wouldn't keep her word. In the back of my mind, I knew. You know what I'm saying? That's why I called her. That's why I showed up at her place. I knew. I knew she'd never keep her word. I was just hoping.
That doesn't explain the ATM card, though.
Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I took it, and I tried to use it. Damn. I needed to get high to try to forget the whole thing, you know?
And that's why illicit substances are bad. Okay?
I don't know.
Thanks for playing.
I don't know. I know that this Lynn
Okay.
chick, I guess when she came to town, I didn't see Kat for a while. Then, like, out of nowhere, man, I see Kat with this chick and this Mexican dude at the hotel, and it's, you know, it's like the normal routine. And she says, hey, Charlie, give him the special.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna ask him about the thing in the throat, because, it's not what we need, right? No. Oh, here we go. We gotta talk to Brass.
I'll bring her
Go
in.
get old Kathy. She still looks pissed. Hey, your guy who basically was like, you know, your servant, he ratted you out.
Yeah, really? Well, that's what I told you. He killed her and then he covered it up.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to charge him with Lynn's murder.
Why? Why are you doing this to me? You have no proof.
oh,
I never touched that ashtray.
we never said it was an ashtray. Oh. We found your thumbprint. Had a really good spot on it.
Because your fingerprint is on the murder weapon, Kathy. You killed Lynn.
I just wish we could go back. 2 years ago, Lynn and I were together. I loved her so much, and I know it wasn't easy for her to be open about us, but I could never understand why she left me for that idiot.
So you're jealous?
I mean, she
And you-
even married
you
the
just
guy.
offed her?
And then he ships off to the Middle East for forever. And she can't take it anymore. So she comes back here. I was just hoping we could be together again. That's all.
But it didn't work out that way.
No, but she said that's what she wanted. She wanted us to get back together again.
Oh.
And then she changed her mind again.
Wait.
Suddenly, she didn't want to be with me. She wanted to go home. She wanted to wait for her husband to come
she
home.
was a jilted
She said she
lover.
wasn't being fair to him. Wasn't being fair to him. What about me?
You wanted to pick things up where you left off. Living together, working together. Is that why you two took Iram Dominguez to the fantasy suites?
Yeah, I convinced her to come out. I even got her the wedding dress. It was stupid, but that dress was real, you know? I wanted her to wear it when we got married.
So you two
Yep.
dance for Dominguez, and then
Yep,
he runs out of money, right?
She
Yeah,
Too
and when I
jealous.
tried to kick his ass out, he got pissed and tried to take Lynn. I tried to stop him. The guy was short but strong. He threw me across the room. I got up and I hit him with the ashtray.
And he
It
deserved
shattered
it.
all over the place,
Oh.
but I knocked him out.
You saved her.
She looked so fragile, so helpless, lying there on the bed. I told her I would always protect her. I would always take care of her, and I reached out to her to take her into my arms. She pushed me away. She pushed me away. And I don't know why, but I couldn't take it. I just couldn't. She was so
Because you're
cold.
a monster.
How could she? She broke my heart. She broke my heart. Do you know what that's like?
Yes. Yes, I do. It's like mourning someone who died.
Oh, Lynn.
Yeah, but usually you
why?
don't off them, you know? You just kind of suck it up.
DA's filing a second-degree murder charge against Kathy Bird. Charles Steer is going to be charged with accessory after the fact. Good job on this one.
I gotta say, this one really
I
belongs to you.
didn't know
Great
Kathy
work.
was going to be
We're lucky to have you on the team.
Catherine is our lead for the thing, so that's cool. How do we do? I don't care. Wow, I got a lot of achievements that I don't care about. Next time on CSI. Oh, that's how it's gonna play out? Could have been a contender. Oh, right, let's see what's this gonna be. It's gonna be boxing, right? I don't care about the skill or the thoroughness, though. I just want to solve these things. Another night in LA. Another day for murder. Wow, we just got
I see it's your turn to supervise the new
the
CSI.
lights, huh?
I don't know how much supervising I'll be doing. That resume read like a who's who of crime scene investigation.
Okay, so the old dog might learn some new tricks.
You were speaking for yourself, obviously. Who's our Vic?
Rick Shimano, referee for the Supreme Force Fighting League.
Not
He worked
anymore.
the marquee match last night.
I see the banners, and I see blood.
I gotta say, it's tough being a ref these days. I mean, all that money and all that ego in sports, it takes just one bad call.
And you're down for the count.
I can't believe that they made the fun thing. But since
Wow,
this
there's no
isn't
rumble in the
CSI
jungle.
Miami,
I'm told
They don't
this
do
fight
that.
was
Yeah!
the championship match between Hank Hackett and Tito Tiger Vallone. According to the program, the two guys are Japanese-trained fighters who put on a real show. They whip out their swords to rally the crowd, and I do not mean that figuratively. They really use swords. Last night was the first time that these guys faced off in the ring to determine who was
They
the
use
king
swords?
blade of Supreme Force fighting.
So, who won?
Let's just say it wasn't Hackett. Apparently, our dead referee made a controversial call that stripped Hackett of his belt and the Intercontinental title.
Where's Hackett now?
He's cooling off in the locker room. You'll probably want to talk to him and the ring girl over there. She found the body.
All right, I think we got it from here.
Look around the room carefully for evidence. If you see something interesting, move your cursor over it. If the cursor changes, select the object to pick it up or take a closer look. If the cursor changes to a toolbox, there is evidence to find. An arrow means you can change your viewpoint. A speech bubble will appear over people with whom you can talk, and a hand indicates any other type of interaction. If you find that you don't know what to do, keep exploring. Catherine or another CSI will send you an email with thoughts about the case that may help you. Once you're ready, you can select the PDA in the
I
lower
wonder
left
if I
of the
lost
screen to go to a new
thoroughness or
location.
skill because the storage device has been removed. That's not possible.
I've seen a lot of strangulations, but this may be the first death by Mike.
Where are my things. Hold on. Also, swinging around the swords. Definitely a euphemism, right? Okay, I'm not checking my email. Yeah, it's probably got DNA in it, right? Saliva and blood.
If he were just strangled, there wouldn't be blood pooling under his neck.
Yeah. What's up with that? I'm gonna talk to him.
I think this hair may belong to our strangler.
Maybe. It could also be our victim's hair, you know? I mean... I just don't know. Right? Like, we're gonna have to... Okay.
Hello, we're with the Las Vegas Crime Lab. May we get your name?
Yes, I'm Tina Allens. I found Mr. Shimada, and I called the police.
Approximately what time did you find the body?
I'd say a little after 11 o'clock. I'm supposed to close the prop room before the arena shuts down at midnight. I was coming down the stairs over
At
there
least she knew
when
what
I
time
noticed
it
the
was.
light over the ring was still on. I came over, and that's when I saw Mr. Shimada lying there like that. My God, it's just so awful.
Did you know him?
Oh, everybody really liked him. And that's saying a lot for a referee, right? I know everybody thought he was very fair. But honestly, no, I didn't know him personally. I'm sorry.
Okay. Did you see this controversial call?
I should have, but I wasn't really paying attention. But everybody was pissed. Wow. I mean, he like disqualified Hank Hackett.
Oh,
Just
dang.
stopped the fight cold. Handed the title to Tiger. I think he was probably pretty lucky to get out of that ring alive. Well, I mean, sorry. That was a really poor choice of words.
Well, at the time, he probably was. Man, that Hackett guy's face, he looks like he's mean.
I would try the locker room. I know they were having a hell of a time locking up down there since all these reporters were still jammed in around Hank trying to talk to him about the match. Gosh, I bet it's an even bigger zoo now.
Probably. Golly.
Upper platform, up there. Like I said, I locked it up a couple of hours ago.
I'm sorry, but why do you need props for a fight?
Well, it's not just props. It's like these big cards that say, you know, like round 1, round 2. I'm the one that gets to strut around in the
You're
bikini holding
the
up the
card girl.
signs between rounds, looking totally hot. Your basic sexy ring girl, right?
You must be very good at your job.
Sure, but that's just how I got my foot in the door. You know, Supreme Force Fighting plans to start a women's league. I've already started to train. And so by the time they pull all the sponsors together, I'll be ready to roll. I got my eyes on the prize. Champion of the world. Sounds pretty cool, right?
I guess. I mean, unless for some reason Mr. Shimada was against it, and you decided that he needed to pay, and this is a perfect way to do it, because you thought that this controversial call would cause it, you know? I don't know.
No, I don't. Sorry. I put away the props up there, but the door locks automatically when I close it.
You can move the cursor.
Horace has the only key.
Who's Horace?
Horace Willingham. He owns the league. I called him and told him to come in right away, so he should be here soon.
Did you tell him why?
Sorry,
Okay,
I couldn't
thanks.
be of more help to you. Good luck.
Oh,
I'm guessing the footage from the cameras is stored on that upper platform.
okay. In the prop room? That could be good, right?
I'm guessing the footage from the cameras is stored on that upper platform. Gotta love a sport that has referees and judges.
Well, yeah. They gotta, you know, do what they gotta do.
gonna need a key to open this. Wonder if one of these posters is Hank Hackett.
I don't know. I don't follow the sport. All right. Well, let's go talk
I'll
to the
arrange for
suspect.
Dr. Robbins to have the body picked up. He'll call us when he's completed the autopsy.
Cool. Dr. Robbins will help us out, as always. Why do we have this transition? We're just going to a locker room in the same building. Oh well. Oh, look at this guy. He's a tough guy.
Hank
He's
Hackett, we're from the
some
Las Vegas
tattoos.
Crime Lab. You mind if we ask you a few questions?
The League finally called 911 because I was robbed. Son of a bitch, Shimada. I'm telling you, he is either totally freaking blind or taking some big money from somebody. You hear me? I do not cheat. And that guy calls a misconduct and disqualifies me? Yeah, it's crap. So you tell me what you need from me, and I'll help you nail Shimada and whoever else the bastard's in bed with.
Actually, Mr. Hackett, we're here to investigate Rick Shimada's murder.
Murder? What the hell are you talking about?
Dude, you didn't know? What? How could you not know? Because you're the one that did it. Everybody's guilty until proven innocent, right? Is that how that works? No? No. Darn.
Oh, no way. Wait a second. Am I being punked here? Because this is just too sick.
Yeah,
man.
we got Ashton
Come on.
hidden in the locker.
This isn't real. This isn't real, is it? Jeez, I can't believe it. Well, I can't say he didn't have it coming. What? I'm just being honest here. Oh, great. Now you're gonna think that I did... Fan-freaking-tastic.
Your name is Hackett, right? And he said you had misconduct, and you're super angry. I mean, if this game was more detailed, we might see like a vein poking out of your side of your temple or something. I'm kidding, of course. I don't think he did it.
Yeah, I
think it's the
get
girl.
it. Innocent until proven guilty.
What did you do after the match?
I came right back here. What else could I do? I couldn't go home. I got reporters all over the place. They're barking at me. I thought I'd just hang out down here until everything started to chill.
Well, it didn't chill now, did it?
Yeah. Now, look. Let me clear up that particular scenario for you guys, because I know you got the wrong idea. So this is it. I climb into the ring, and I got my katana in my hand, okay?
Wow.
I wave it around, do a little show for the crowd, because,
Really
hey, that's
wasn't
what I
sure.
do. Okay, so the fight starts, and I'm taking it to Tito. But, okay, there's this moment where Tito gets me against the corner. So I throw a roundhouse to his balls. Now, no ref has ever once had a problem with that move before, I'm telling you. But suddenly, last night, Shimada decides to call a technical and stops the fight. Well, say I lost my I mean, I was very angry. But come on, I had a reason. The guy stole my belt.
You think he's juicing? I bet he's juicing. He's got this temper.
Yeah, not a problem. Whatever you need, I'm here for you.
Hey, I've completed the autopsy. I'll give you the full report next time you happen to be in the morgue.
Okay. Whatever.
These are for guests. I don't think we need to inspect them.
You say that, but what if there's, like, something? No? Okay. You actually had boxing gloves? Seriously, there's nothing on these towels that we could grab? I mean, like, the whole place is a crime scene, right? And not just the arena? I'd be like, look, there's microfibers on the towel. We've got to take the towel. Nothing. Okay. Crap on the floor. Oh. No. It's a long towel on the thing. Hey, a TV. An air vent inside your escape room.
Think I'll let someone else pick up the soap.
You know, that's a really nice looking shower setup, right? Like, no, I don't want to talk to you. Cool. It's 2009 in this game. Let's go to Dr. Robbins. I like to
It's
talk
good to see
him
you
first,
again.
right?
Well, your victim
That's a good
was
question.
strangled, but the blood was actually the result of blunt force trauma to the neck and upper torso. Take a look here. This contusion and the partially occluded carotid are indicative of ligature strangulation. However, I suspect your victim was unconscious prior to asphyxiation.
Oh, he got knocked out then, huh?
Notice these lacerations and bruises. I count 6 distinct injuries along the victim's neck, shoulders, and upper back,
Ouch.
causing detachment of the trapezius and sternocleidomastoid muscles. There was some additional nerve damage, which I really think would have either put your victim in shock or knocked him out cold. It looks to me as if the perpetrator tried to break your victim's neck and then decided to shift to plan B.
The microphone cord.
And asphyxiation is your official COD.
Okay. What time did he
Lividity
die?
suggests 2 to 3 hours ago.
So that puts TOD at around 11 p.m., and the last fight ended an hour before that.
Yeah, I
Anything
found
else,
traces
man?
of what looks like a white pasty substance smudged around a few of the blunt force injuries. You might want to take a sample with you.
I'm wondering if that's
It's certainly quite possible that this pasty substance was transferred from the blunt force object used in the attack.
Oh. See, I was thinking maybe it was like the stuff to keep your hands dry. Or from drying. Or no, I think it's to keep your hands dry. You know, like gymnastics use them. Okay. I think that's it. So let's go to the lab. Well, it's not blood, so yeah, we know. I don't know why it's telling me the same stuff over. But it's fine. Okay. That is well, if it's there. Nope. 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 This is the only one that actually. Oh well, there's this one, but this one doesn't fit, does it? No. There we go.
Weird, huh? Not a combination you find every day. Let's see what the almighty internet has to say about this. Okay, you ever heard of Uchigamori stones? Says here they're a type of slate which can be ground up with sodium bicarbonate to form a paste. And this paste is used in the ancient Japanese ritual of Hidori, the sacred art of polishing a katana. Introducing in this corner our first suspect, Hank Hackett.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Where are we going now? Going somewhere, I guess. I
Hold on a second. Let me get this straight. This riff has what kind of paste on him? Toothpaste?
It's a paste made from what are called Uchigamori stones and sodium bicarbonate, and it's used to polish samurai swords in an ancient Japanese ritual.
Okay, but according to the coroner's report, Shimada was beaten and strangled. He wasn't stabbed with a samurai sword.
No,
Yeah,
he
but-
wasn't.
but
But I'm
it's the
thinking,
stuff
what
that
if the
was on the
blade on the
sword,
sword was
you know?
dull? and the perp used it to beat Shimada. It'd practically be the same thing as working him over with a jagged metal pipe.
Maybe so. But until I see that katana, it's still not enough to go on.
Well, then let's hope it's still at the arena.
By the way, Horace Willingham, the league's owner, called a couple of minutes ago. He's waiting for you in his office.
Oh, cool. I get to go back there and probably have another transition to go there, right? I was okay with not the transitions, just having loading screens. Oh, this guy's got a bolo. He's probably a pretty cool guy, right? Please have a southern accent.
Fellas, how's it going? What can I do for you?
No. Were you here?
I never miss a fight if I can help it.
When did you learn about the guy?
About midnight. Got a call from Tina Allens. She works for me. You talked to her yet?
Yeah, she sent us your way, actually.
Yeah, well, she called me, said she'd found Rick. I told her to hang tight, I'd get back as soon as I could. And here I am.
Oh, this is a good question.
Well,
how long did you work with him?
Let me think on that for a second. I started this league about 4 years ago. I kind of poached Rick from another league, tell you the truth, and I'd say that wasn't more than 6 months after we got on our feet around here.
Do you own another fighting
Oh,
league?
hell no. I was a fighter. Oh yeah, 10 years. I was one tough son of a bitch, I kid you not. I'm like that fella Evil Knievel. I must have broken every bone in my body at one time or another.
Evil Knievel?
I'd still be doing it, too. Seriously.
That's a callback.
My former employers had to come to me on bended knee and beg me to retire. Offered me a pretty hefty severance package, truth be told.
I mean,
so my last fight,
Super Dave.
man, what a night.
That's Super
that
Dave
was
Osborne.
the night of March 12th, 1999. Rick was the referee. It's funny, it was my last night and his first. We became fast friends. And so, when I took that money they gave me to quit and then I decided to start this league, well, hell, of course I was going to bring my boy Rick over here with me.
Okay. How long you know Hank the Hackett?
Hank and I go back about 2 years. Funny story, actually. I offered him a contract the very same night I witnessed the man take down 3 bouncers in a barroom brawl.
Whoa, that's not
Man,
healthy.
that boy can fight. Tough as nails. No disrespect to anyone else on my roster, but Hank's the very best there is.
So he's fighting people outside of the ring, huh? He's got
First rule of Supreme Force fighting, you do not fight outside the ring. Second rule of Supreme Force fighting, you do not fight outside the ring. When I say we train them, what I really mean is we discipline them. Hone and polish their skills, try to instill a sense of honor in them. Excuse me for asking, but why are you asking all these questions about Hank? Is he a suspect or something?
Can't
Just being
comment on that.
thorough.
You know, the third thing is, if you do fight outside the ring, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know. You know, I don't care to know that.
Let me check here. Problem with taking one too many whacks to the head is that you kind of develop this nasty habit of putting stuff somewhere for safekeeping and then spending the next hour trying to remember where you put the damn thing.
Don't stall, just give me the
Okay,
keys.
good. Here it is. I guess my mind isn't as dull as I thought.
Does anyone else have a copy of this key?
No. Just me.
Well, that's good. But you were gone.
Hey, I
So-
don't mean to step out of line here or nothing,
Did
but
you kill him?
I gotta ask a favor of you. Is there any way to keep this thing kinda quiet? I mean, do you think we can keep this out of the press for a little while? It's just that I've lost a couple things in my life that were pretty dear to me. My first wife, Grace, I lost to cancer. God
Oh,
rest her
man.
soul.
That sucks.
And
I'm sorry to
then,
hear that,
well,
sir.
I lost my ability to fight. And now, the thought of losing this league because of all of this, well, it's just a little more than I can truly bear.
Mr. Willingham, it's department policy not to discuss ongoing investigations.
All right, good. We got an image to maintain.
That doesn't mean that, you know, they're gonna find out anyway. He's got an interesting thing. He's got a stand-in thingy. Different reward. He's got a lot of prizes or whatever.
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
He's got a good view of the arena. Sweet TV. I bet that's HD. There's probably a plasma. Let's go back here. I'm just going to the thing. Hey, I pressed the A button and it skipped it. I wonder if I can do that constantly.
He works. Let's head upstairs.
I actually get to go upstairs. That's
Pretty nice setup here. Looks like it's capable of recording whatever's happening in the fighting ring from 1, 2, 5 different angles.
that's pretty nice.
This must be the prop closet. Well, there's only one prop we need.
Tag it and bag it.
Whoa. Just came apart in your hands. I'm gonna guess it didn't do that during the show last night. It looks as though there was a piece of wood that held the blade in. Somehow it broke. I wouldn't worry about cutting yourself. Blade's too dull.
Yeah, but you know what we're gonna do? Just a hunch. No, that's the wrong screen. Okay, first we're
Well,
gonna.
what do you
examine-
know? Initials HH. Well, it doesn't quite spell it out for us, but I think it's a pretty good bet this sword belongs to Hank Hackett. Unless Hugh Hefner is even better with the sword than we realized.
Old Hef, he's, you know. You gotta be careful of old Hef.
No trace fluids there.
Really?
No trace fluids there. No prints there.
Am I on the right side? It? Okay, you know what? We'll deal with that later. Any other doodles? No? How about over this side?
That VCR isn't connected to the mixing board. Looks like it's wired directly to the security camera. Video cassette. Remember when I said this was a pretty nice setup? I take it back.
You know how much of a pain in the butt it would be to do like a DVD? I mean, they could use memory cards, right? But this is from 2009. Like, they could have been like, we're not gonna do that. Not now, at least. Not a bad view. Not a very big arena, right? Not like UFC fights. Okay, I think we've got everything for now. Back to the lab. That was the wrong button. There we go. It looks like a thumbprint.
Nice find. A beautiful copy of Willingham's fingerprint. You are good.
Okay. There we go.
And we have blood on the blade of the sword. I wonder whose it is.
Is that blood there too? I guess so.
See that? It's some kind of oily residue.
Oh,
And it's
an
all over
oil.
the blade.
Well, no. I'm doing this first. What's this oily residue? Yeah. There we go. It's oil. Probably
Dimethoxymethane. I've actually seen it before. It's an acid-base hydrocarbon, pretty common in metal cleaners. Perfect for removing fingerprints and other trace evidence from a metal surface.
Well, that's not gonna help him now, is it? Alright. Now let's check out the DNA here. We've got... Do these match? No, go away. No, that definitely doesn't match.
The hair from the microphone cord didn't match Shimada, probably meaning it came from our killer. We should be sure to return it.
Okay, how about the blood? Oh, looks like the blood on the katana was from Mr. Shimada.
Got it. Blood on the sword is a match to Rick Shimada. Probably broke during the attack, then the killer used the microphone cord to finish the job.
Okay, so... Wait. There's one piece of evidence I didn't look at. Oh, I guess because it already had the guy on there, right? So I guess it's the video, right? I don't think I have to assemble... Assemble this stupid thing. No. Hi, Greg. I like you when we were a lab tech. You're kind of boring as CSI. Of course, I don't know, because I just now got to the point where he's out in the field in the series. And Grissom is still the manager of the night shift. Okay, when was this video done at?
Ah, tape ran out just when it was getting good. I guess the tape cuts off for every camera when the main recording is stopped. Well, one thing's for sure, Hank lied to us. He did have a few words with Shimada after the fight, a few pretty angry words it looked like.
Well, you know what that means. Let's go talk to him. I mean, he's still there. He's not being held up yet, but... Hey, where's
Should be
your
back
katana,
in the
man?
prop closet. That's where we usually keep it. Why?
I'm surprised you leave your sword behind.
What, that? You kidding me? It's a fake. It's a prop. It's not a real katana. I have a real katana. It's from Japan. It's the real deal, all right. Cost me something like 25 grand. I had to snipe it 10 seconds before the auction closed. But it's worth every damn dime. No joke.
And I pretend that I'm Ichigo with it. And I get my Bankai. No. Zamazenta. No, that's from Pokemon. I don't remember. It's been a really long time since I watched Bleach.
Yeah, like I'm gonna teach myself Hidori, and then risk tarnishing my ancient samurai sword that cost me more than my car. That ain't gonna happen. I made sure I got the texture of the paste just right every time. I I could never really sharpen the damn thing, though, because then I wouldn't be allowed anywhere near the ring with it. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know that you have a sword.
Yeah, not a problem. Whatever you need, I'm here for you.
Okay. Yeah, he wouldn't make it. We didn't get to ask him about the cleaner, though. What's this?
Tina left her lipstick. A minor tragedy for those of us who appreciate artificially colored lips.
You know what else it is? It's a tragedy because you leave your DNA there, don't you? Yep.
It's a two-way street. The lipstick goes on her lips, and her DNA goes on the lipstick.
Uh-huh. That makes it easier for us. Nice.
Now we've got Tina's prints for our file.
This is why you have to be careful of leaving your stuff out. Not that I'm advising to perpetrate, stuff. Okay, well, might as well check the hair. I mean, she could be wearing a wig or something, right? These do not match.
The hair from the microphone cord didn't match Shimada, probably meaning it came from our killer. We should be sure to return it.
Did I use the right? Yeah, I messed up. This one would have matched, but see, like this piece here is backwards. And not set up the same. Okay.
No match. That's not Tina's hair on the microphone cord.
No. Now we gotta ask some serious questions, right? We've got everything from that scene. Let's talk to Brass.
Hey,
I'd like to bring him in for questioning.
show me what you got.
I have this tape where he was like, bullying him.
Tape cuts off just in the nick of time. So was Rosemary Woods running the camera or something? Never mind. Are you sure this tape wasn't manipulated in some way?
No, it's totally clean. I had Archie double-check our work.
So Hackett lied about confronting Shimada after the fight. And the tape's time code confirms that their confrontation took place suspiciously close to Shimada's time of death. I think that's enough to invite Mr. Hackett down here for a little sit-down.
This is interesting. Mr. Hackett could have been the guy, but
Hank, we
I
have
don't think he
video
left
of you
hair.
arguing with Shimada in the ring after the fight.
Okay. Look, I can explain this.
Well, that's good. Because right now, I think you're full of crap.
I had to set the record straight with him, okay? My whole damn reputation was at stake here. I didn't cheat. Now, after he DQ'd me, I went back to the locker room just like I told you before. I had to cool down. Otherwise, I might have killed the guy. But I didn't do anything to him. You get that straight through your head right this second, okay? What I did was, I went back into the arena and he was still there, okay? And I just tried to explain to him as calm as I could
He did not look
exactly what I
calm.
had done and what I sincerely believe that he had totally screwed the pooch on that call.
and he does not sound calm now.
It didn't seem too calm in the video.
Thanks, Greg.
Shimada's the one who decides to get back into the ring and show me what I had really done. And I told him he was just plain totally blind, because what he was showing me wasn't what I had done. Nah, not at all. Then, I may have said something or other about his mother, and whether or not she could be fully trusted to know the true identity of his father. And then I might have shoved him. It doesn't matter, because I realized he wasn't going to change his mind, so I left. I didn't kill him. I swear it.
I still think you're hiding something.
No. It gets put under lock and key right after the fight.
Okay.
There's no
By
way that
Tina.
katana killed anyone.
Yeah, but guess what? The blade has blood on it. So,
Hank, can you explain to us why we found Shimada's blood on your katana?
What? No, that's not possible. I'm telling you, Tina locked that thing up in the prop closet right after the fight. I know that room was locked when I left, and I don't have the key.
What aren't you telling us?
Damn it, this ain't right. It ain't. I'm a good fighter. I don't deserve this.
The only
I'm
way we can
surprised he
help you,
hasn't
Hank, is
lawyered
if
up
you
yet.
talk to us. You have to talk to us.
It's all a fix, all right? The whole thing, every single one of my fights. Just like wrestling. Horace would pay the refs to make sure I came out on top. That's why I was so surprised when Shimada kicked me out tonight. Oh, I really
guys
should have
been
seen it coming, though. Yeah.
throwing
Shimada
fights?
was old school, you know? And this was his first fight with me. He wasn't about to take a bribe, not even from Horace and his buddies.
So if Shimada exposed the truth, that would be the end of your career, right? You weren't gonna let that happen.
Look, did I want to end the guy? You bet your ass I did. But for the first time in my life, I decided to take Horace's advice to me. And I walked away, okay? I figured Shimada was gonna do whatever he was gonna do. It was out of my hands. I went back to my locker, made a call to a buddy of mine doing time in Maui. You don't believe me? You're welcome to check my damn cell phone.
If the call was made to a correctional facility, I should be able to get a tape of the conversation. But you still could have called him from the arena.
Yeah, no way, man. You can never get a signal in that damn arena. Check it out for yourself.
I'm gonna hold you to
All
that,
right,
buddy.
Mr. Hackett, wait here. It should be a simple matter to check the phone reception in the arena, and if your story checks out, you'll be in good shape.
Well, get ready to come crawling back, because I'm innocent.
I'm gonna ask him.
Hello, I'm bald. I can't leave hair anywhere.
Well, yeah, you know, whatever. We're gonna have to get a swab from him, I guess.
Works fine here. Let's check it in the octagon.
Okay, so it works good in there, but in this room, it doesn't work. That sounds pretty cool, actually, if you think about it. Like, if he gets service, you know, nobody's going to be able to record the matches illegally with their phones, right?
Hackett was right. There isn't any reception in here at all. Let's check in with Brass. See if he has those phone records.
Okay. Let's go to Brass. And we have so many miles tacked, you know, just going back
Yeah.
and forth these places, right?
Yeah, the prison emailed me their recording of the call. I gave it a listen, and it was definitely Hackett on the phone. Wouldn't shut up, actually.
Well, we checked the phone reception at the arena, and there's no way he could have made that call from the ring. I guess that means we're gonna have to let Hank go. Would you care to do the honors?
Really?
That's it?
That's
Yeah.
it. For the moment.
What do you mean, for the moment? You said if I told you the truth, you'd help me out. What the hell does for the moment mean, huh?
Settle down, Mr. Hackett.
Don't you dare treat me like I'm a child, you hear me? Hey,
You
and
want a
don't
bottle?
you dare eyeball me like that. I will not hesitate.
Mr. Hackett, I strongly suggest that you choose your next few words very carefully. Whether or not you walk out that door a free man depends on it.
Well, alright.
Hey guys, did you hear we had to let our primary suspect walk?
Hackett? Didn't his katana have the victim's blood on it?
It did, but he couldn't have been in the ring at the time of the murder.
Did someone else have access to the katana?
The ring girl locked the katana in the prop room after the fight, but her DNA didn't match the hair found on the murder weapon.
Who has the key to the prop room?
Apparently, the league owner has the only one, and according to Hackett, he was fixing fights, but our dead ref wasn't cooperating.
If the referee was killed to keep him quiet, then we better warn Hackett. He could be in danger as well.
Too late now. Hank Hackett
Oh,
is dead.
well, look at that. We dropped the ball there, guys. I mean, you know, we should have warned him, but I did nothing wrong.
Were there any witnesses?
None. Dispatch
Really?
received an anonymous tip. Looks like steroids. Can't say I'm surprised the way he stormed out of the interrogation room.
Might be a suicide, might not. If not, then someone's committing murders faster than we can solve them.
Better get moving then.
Dun dun dun. Oh, what's this? Oh, that wasn't there before.
Something tells me that's not vitamin B12.
Hmm. I really wish I could use the right stick to do this. Because otherwise, it's just annoying. Oh, we got another finger print.
Print's probably Hackett's, but we'll put it in APHIS and see if we get lucky.
I can't search him. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong screen. There we go.
Weird how that syringe is just hanging there like that.
That's so weird, right? Look at that. Okay, well, must be a really good syringe. I have nothing else, so I'm just gonna leave. Bye, Greg.
I'll arrange for Dr. Robbins to have the body picked up.
We gotta find out what kind of juice this is. I wonder if he really was juicing. That's not it. And nope. There we go.
17-hydroxyprogesterone. Looks like our man Hackett was on the juice.
Maybe? Because, see, we were in the locker room. We didn't see that vial there. I mean, he did kind of seem a little angry. Maybe he was feeling a little emasculated. Let's go with you first. Oh.
So Willingham had his hands on Hackett's vials. Oh, Horace, how could you?
Well, let's go talk to him. Why not? That's the wrong one. Come on, Horace. How's it going, bud? We get a DNA
Hell yeah,
sample?
I mind. This is America. I don't have to pee in a cup for anyone who asks.
Well, I'm not asking
Some
for that.
saliva would be more than fine.
I won't spit in a cup either. Hell, I won't do anything in a
It's
cup.
not a cup. It's like a Q-tip, and we just roll it around in your mouth a little bit. We pull it down, put the cap over it. You wouldn't even notice.
He said what? No, normally I'd vouch for Hank, but I gotta think he was trying to save his own skin, spinning lies like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a damn shame. I still can't believe it.
Okay, our suspects
You're
are
wasting your time in here.
Horace?
I had nothing to do with this.
and, the girl. I'm thinking it's our good buddy Horace here, right? Okay, well. I have enough to get a warrant of some type.
What do you need?
Oh, a search warrant.
What
Okay, that
evidence
works.
do we have?
Oh. Horse
Willingham may be
either
giving
was
his
providing
fighters a little too
the
much help.
juice
We need to learn more about his
or
operation.
planting.
Okay, you got it, but remember, this is not a fishing expedition. The search warrant's very specific. You're looking for items that will directly link Willingham to one or both of the murders.
Fellas, how's it going? What can I do for you?
We have a warrant to search these premises.
A warrant? Is that right? Jeez, it's really coming down to this now, isn't it?
Mr. Willingham, your fingerprints were found on a vial of steroids at the scene of Hank Hackett's murder.
You'll excuse me while I go talk to my lawyer.
Yeah, I could still search your stuff though,
You
bro.
have to knock out a whole lot of guys to get this many trophies.
Okay. He's got this little stand. Oh, that's him. Okay. So, let's check his desk, I guess.
A leather desk. Classy.
Oh, oh.
Wow, I'd say there's about $5,000 here. With a note that reads, "Thanks but no thanks, initials RS." Oh, looks like Rick Shimada might have wanted to refuse a gratuity. Ah, the glory days.
Uh-huh. What do we got here? What is all this? All these trophies. Any that, you know, are like, thanks for the bribes? No. Nothing in there. Oh, here we go. What's this?
What's in this exactly? I'm not sure, but hey, that's why they invented the lab.
Okay. Did we get everything? Because it will tell me. We did. Let's go to the lab. So we've got all the evidence that's possible, I believe, from there.
Hi, we haven't met yet. I'm Riley Adams. I know
Hi.
I'm making a heck of a first impression here, but I'm stumped. I have the strangest chemical sample, a spot of brown sludge from the floor of our crime scene. I can't figure out what it is. Maybe you can take a look.
Yeah, I'll do these challenges. That's off just by a hair. This one, maybe? Okay, and then this one. Oh. Where am I off? I'm off by just a little bit. Oh, it wasn't thick enough, was it? That's
Crude
probably
oil,
gonna cost me
seawater,
points.
seagull guano, and chewing tobacco. Nick did say one of our suspects had been a longshoreman. Thanks, you've been a huge help. Oh, and nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Okay, back to the computer.
The very same metal cleaner that was used earlier.
Why?
This is not gonna look good on Willingham's
Why?
permanent record.
Why did you use the metal cleaner, bud? Yeah, here you go, Cat. Here's some food for you. I love talking to him. Hey, did he kill himself?
I can't say for sure, but what I can say is this. You see how pale the skin surrounding the needle is? His heart had already stopped pumping blood. This syringe was injected post-mortem. However, I did find a couple of wounds which suggest earlier injections.
So how'd he die?
Cardiac arrest, brought on by a toxic exposure to dimethoxymethane. Probably injected. I've only run a preliminary tox screen, but I'm sure the full tox panel will bear out the results.
Killed by dimethoxymethane.
That's the cleaner.
That's the same stuff used to wipe down his katana. There's gotta be a connection.
Oh, somebody's gonna get in trouble.
Nope, I found no defensive wounds. I placed the syringe on the tray there, if you'd like to take a closer look.
I do.
I placed the syringe on the tray there, if you'd like to take a closer look.
We're racking up murder weapons at an alarming rate.
You know, I think in the last game I had to look at a car. That was fun. Oh, there's another hair. I can just get the thing to... There we go.
Another hair. Could be a strange coincidence, or we could have a killer who's shedding.
And maybe some guy with long hair, long-haired guy. If I bring him in, I can get his DNA. They match.
It's a
We don't know
match.
whose they
The
are.
same person was involved in both crimes. Only question is, which person?
Okay, let's bring in the goober.
Yeah? I'm gonna need to see some evidence before I go to a judge.
This, right? Like, it was in his office. Not to mention the other guy died because of that stuff.
All right, let's see what Mr. Willingham has to say for himself now. Well, Horace, care to explain why you have the same metal cleaner used
You
to
know
kill...
what? Save your breath. I'm ready to talk. So here it is. After the fight, I overheard Hank arguing with Rick, and then Rick said he'd go to the press, tell everybody about how it was all a fake, how it was all one big rip-off.
Like wrestling.
Truth was, I was juicing that night too. You believe it? Old habits dying hard and all that. Suppose it was the roid rage that got the better of me. After Hank left, I grabbed that sword and snuck down into the ring. I didn't cut him. I just beat him to hell with it. But the stupid thing broke in two, so I grabbed the microphone cord and strangled him with it.
Oh,
and then
that's
Hank
how it broke.
gets blamed for the whole thing. I knew he couldn't keep his damn mouth shut, so I did what I had to do. I tell you, it was pretty easy, too. Hank hated needles, so I was the one who usually gave him his medicine. I filled his syringe with that metal cleaner, and then gave Hank his last injection. I deeply believe I have a moral obligation to fulfill here. A moral obligation to the truth. And to certain people, the League. I don't want to hurt them any longer. It was me, and me alone. I take full responsibility. I, Horace Willingham, killed them both.
That's it. We're done.
All right, Brass got us Willingham's DNA when he confessed, so let's take a look here. I knew it! Willingham's DNA doesn't match the hair at the crime scene. I had a feeling that confession was too easy. There must be someone else involved.
I'll tell Brass not to take Willingham away just yet. His briefcase was already checked in as evidence, so take a look inside and see if you can find anything.
Will do. Thanks, Catherine. Whoops. I don't need that yet. I just need this. Right?
Check this out. Supreme Force Fighting's request for a $50,000 loan to expand into a women's league was just turned down. Oh, and look at the co-signer on the loan, Tina Allens. Funny,
Oh,
she
that's
never
not good
mentioned
for
she was a
Tina.
part owner. It's a bet for $10,000 on Hackett to lose last night's fight. He was a heavy favorite, so this slip is worth 50 grand, except the bet wasn't made by Willingham. It was made by Tina Allens. Now,
Oh.
why would she trust him with this? And how'd she know Hackett would lose?
You guys were stealing money, huh? Well, time to talk to Brass.
Hey. Willingham already confessed. You guys find something new?
Man, we found this receipt here. There's more to it than just Willingham, right?
Tina. You can't bet on fighters in your own league. This is enough to bring her in, but we still have to find out if she's involved with the killings.
Yeah, well, we will, won't we?
Ms. Allens, as you may know, Horace Willingham confessed to the murders of Rick Shimada and Hank Hackett. But we have reason to believe that you may know more about this than you're letting on.
I know exactly as much as I'm letting on. Namely, nothing at all. If he
That's how I
confessed,
feel
then
sometimes.
he must have done it.
I know nothing.
What? I look good in a bikini, so I can't possibly own a business?
We didn't say that.
I know just as much about the league as anyone, if
We
not
just
more.
were like, why are you
shouldn't I
co-owner?
be a co-owner?
You wanted to start a women's
That's
league,
right.
okay?
About time, too. A woman can do anything a man can do.
More power to
Anything?
you. Including murder. Why'd you bet against him? Especially since you guys were fixing fights. I mean, like, you got denied. So if Hackett lost, you'd stand to make $50,000, which is exactly the amount of the loan.
Look, this is Vegas. If you call someone in for questioning every time they make a bet, then I can understand why we've got so many unsolved murders in this city.
All right, and what were you planning to do with your winnings? Start that women's league?
What if I was? Everybody's gotta lose someday.
Hackett sure lost today, all right.
Look, there's a reason they call it gambling. I just made a lucky guess.
Okay.
Sure, I put the props away every night, but no one ever got murdered before. Besides, by the time Shimada was killed, the prop closet was locked, and I had no way to get in there.
Well, that might be true. I'm not 100% sure.
He did. I hate to see Horace go to prison, but this mess is his own fault. No, I never came near Shimada or Hackett.
I picked up Miss Allen's personal effects when we booked her.
Oh, we're gonna go invade your privacy now. What's this?
Some odd kind of prescription medication. No label, but it does have an ID number. We could look this up in the medical database, but we'd need a warrant to access her medical records first.
Yeah, we might not need that. You don't know? This is a shiny purse, by the way. Why, what's
I
this
wonder what
key
this
here?
could be a key for.
Huh. You know, if she's co-owner, she would likely have a key to the prop room. And just kindly forgot to tell us. We don't need her medical records. We've got Scanomatic, right? Okay. No. No. Oh. There we go.
What is that? Prednisolone, an immunosuppressant. Why would she need that? Well, we could always ask her.
Well, let's go here. I don't need help. E1. E2. Why, golly, they're
Those
the
are keys
same
to the
key.
same lock.
Okay, well, let's ask her about her medicine here first.
That's just something I take for my acne. What do you care?
Acne, huh? I don't think prednisolone is used for that. Lucky for us, we've got a
It
doctor
doesn't
in the
sound
morgue
like an
who can
acne
tell us
medicine.
whether you're lying.
I'm gonna go talk to the doctor now. Hi, bud. Can you use this for acne?
Prednisolone? No, that would be a very bad idea. Whoever told you that is either very misinformed themselves or willfully misinforming you.
I'm gonna go with
I
willfully
think Brass will want to
misinformed.
hear this. He loves it when people willfully misinform.
Always a pleasure. Let me know how it all turns out.
A warrant. Well, we already got the warrant for her.
The prop closet was locked, and I had no way to get in there.
Baloney. You have a key.
All right, yes, I had my own copy of the key. I am a co-owner after all. But just because I had a key doesn't mean I used it.
Okay. Hey, let's go. No, let's go talk to Brass.
What do you need? What in her medical history has any bearing on this case?
Well, see, this was found in her purse.
She was lying about this. What else is she lying about? Go ahead and look up those medical records.
You're a captain. How do you just approve them? You don't need a judge or anything? Just like, yeah, go look it up now. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Medical records are over on this side. I bet that's gonna cost me some points, isn't it? Not checking my mail. Alopecia.
Let's see here. Apparently,
Oh.
Tina had an artificially high androgen level, which caused severe premature hair loss. The prednisolone was prescribed as an immunosuppressant for an experimental hair transplant procedure. But get this, they couldn't find a suitable spot on her scalp to get the hair follicles, so they transplanted follicles from another person entirely. Which means the DNA in her hair doesn't match the rest of her DNA. We've been comparing the hair at the crime scene to the wrong DNA all along.
Man, and she thought she got away with it. Well, you know what? We're gonna ask a very personal question for somebody who has alopecia. I should have noticed, because I don't think she has eyebrows. That's a joke, though. I think she probably pencils them or something.
I already gave you a DNA sample.
Yes, but it's not your DNA we want.
Yeah, it's your hair. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can get a hair transplant. Take care of your alopecia. Let's go compare. So we know it's her hair, but it's not her hair. Her hair. I have to do this anyway. Well, if you guys say so. Hey, look at that, it's a match.
Finally, it was Tina all along. Let's give her the good news.
Not yet. I need more. This would probably be a lot easier if I had a Wiimote and I was playing on the Wii, but it just...
Finally, it was
wanna
Tina
slow
all
down right
along.
now.
Let's give her the good news.
Okay. First of all, I think we need to talk to Horace.
Okay, meet me in interrogation.
You got me. I already confessed to double homicide. That not enough for you?
It wasn't your hair, bud.
Why are you harassing me? I did it. I said I did it. What do you want from me?
Did you confess to protect someone?
I'm looking at life in prison or worse. You honestly think I'm that nice? Our
Maybe?
relationship is none of your concern. You leave Tina out of this.
Yeah, see, he's trying to protect her.
Okay.
Hey, Brass, bring out, I'm not gonna ask if he's a good cop or bad cop.
I'll bring her in.
No, I never came near Shimada or Hackett.
Oh, well, that's a lie.
You were at the scene of both crimes. William copped to it. But it was you who overheard Shimada say he was going to the press. You who grabbed the katana and attacked him with it. And you who strangled him with the microphone cord when the katana broke. And then it was you who injected Hackett with a toxic chemical to keep him quiet. All because you wanted that woman's leak no matter what the cost.
At least it's not
Of course
Jilted
we have
Lover.
Willingham's confession. He'll probably just get life in prison. But then again, he might get his own lethal injection.
He did all that for you. You're not just business partners. He must really love you. Are you gonna let him fall on his sword like that?
You were pulling the strings the whole time, weren't you? I bet you even coached Willingham on his confession.
Are you really that good?
It was me and me alone. I take full responsibility. I, Tina Allens, killed them both.
Well, okay
Hey,
then.
great working with you on this case. Can you believe it? 2 murders, 2 confessions, 1 killer. I could say they'll get easier, but I'd be lying.
Good job, you two. Case closed with minimal overtime. Just the way the taxpayers like it. Now go home and get some rest. You've earned it.
60%. Whoops. That's mine. Okay. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Next time will be case number 3. The last gasp. And apparently the game died. So that's cool. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day, night, whatever it is for you. And as always, take care.